In the age of social media, every click leaves a trace. Every follow, every unfollow feels small until it isn't. Tonight on Horror Across Borders, we bring you a modern digital nightmare. A story where the simple act of being unfollowed doesn't just erase someone from your feed, it erases them from reality itself. This is the Unfollow Story, a chilling tale of disappearing friends, corrupted memories, and a mysterious glitch that may not be a glitch at all. My name doesn't matter. What matters is that I'm watching my world vanish, one unfollow at a time. No, not again. It's happening again. This isn't just someone unfollowing me. It's not. It can't be. See? Look at the screen. That's Maya, on the right. She was here. I swear she was. We just took this picture last month at the little pier down by the wharf. I can still feel the splintery wood of the railing under my hands. I can still smell the salt and the fried dough from the vendor nearby. I can still remember the exact moment the camera flash went off, how it blinded me for a second, and I remember her laughing, a full, deep belly laugh, because my eyes were closed in the first shot. She was right there. Her arm was around my shoulder. Gone. Just gone. She's gone from the picture. Where she stood, there's just more of the sunset, the sky flawlessly painted in, as if she were never there to block its view. And the caption, I wrote, "My favorite people enjoying a perfect summer night." Now it just says, "A perfect summer night." It changed. The words changed. The world changed. It didn't start with Maya. No. The unraveling began months earlier, with something so small I almost ignored it. A single missing follower, a subtraction so quiet it should have meant nothing. But it was the first stitch pulled from everything I thought was real. I had, 1,000 followers on Ecosphere, maybe 1,020, 1,030. I'm not an influencer, not some digital celebrity, but it was my curated world, you know? It was a mosaic of my life. Friends from college, people I'd met while backpacking through Thailand, cousins I barely saw, my favorite local coffee shop. A living map of my entire existence. And then one Tuesday morning, I woke up, rolled over, and did the ritual phone check. The follower number was just one lower. No notification, no so-and-so has unfollowed you. Just a quiet, seamless little subtraction. A single stitch unpicked from the tapestry. At first, I just shrugged. It happens. People come and go. It's the nature of social media. It's a tiny, insignificant sting to the ego, but you move on in seconds. But then it happened the next day, and the day after that, and the day after that. Always just one. Never two, never zero. Just a single daily departure. Every single morning, I'd wake up with this acidic pit in my stomach and this compulsive need to check. The number became an obsession, a morning ritual of dread, like watching myself slowly and methodically bleed out. Who was leaving me? Why? What had I done? Did I post something boring? Something offensive? Am I just irrelevant now? That's the real fear beneath it all, isn't it? Not just being ignored or disliked, but just ceasing to matter. To occupy even a flicker of thought in these digital spaces where we spend so much of our lives. My friends told me I was losing my mind, getting obsessive over nothing. Mark, my roommate, saw me scrolling one morning with my brow furrowed in concentration. "It's just the algorithm, dude," he'd said, not even looking up from his game. Bots getting purged, inactive accounts being deleted. Stop letting it get to you. It's not real. Easy for him to say. His reality isn't being systematically dismantled, one follower at a time. The real paranoia kicked in when I tried to figure out who was gone. I'd scroll and scroll through my follower list, my thumb aching, trying to find the gap, the missing face that should be there. But I never could. It's like trying to remember a dream right after you wake up. You have the distinct, powerful feeling that it was there, but the details are just fog. The name is on the tip of your tongue, but it dissolves before you can speak it. It felt like my own brain wouldn't let me see who was missing. It was a perfect, maddening loop. Notice the absence. Try to identify the absent. Fail to identify them, and be left with nothing but the gnawing certainty that something was wrong. I was being gaslit by my own memory, with my phone as the primary accomplice. And then, it was Maya. We'd been friends since our first year of college. We suffered through a brutal Philosophy 101 class together and bonded over our mutual confusion. She's the godmother to my sister's oldest kid. She barely even used Ecosphere. She was the type to post once every 6 months and then forget the app existed. She would never unfollow me. The day before she vanished from that photo, my follower count dropped from 835 to 834. I didn't think much of it then, just another drop in the bucket. But when I saw that altered picture, I knew with a cold, terrifying certainty that settled deep in my bones, that single tick of the counter wasn't a bot, it was her. This wasn't an unfollow, this was an erasure. Okay, this is the part where you're going to think I'm completely insane. I'm aware of how this sounds, but you have to believe me. After Maya vanished from the photo, I completely panicked. My first instinct was pure, unadulterated terror. My hands were shaking so badly I could barely hold my phone. I didn't just check her socials. I went into my phone's contact list, my thumb frantically swiping past names. M, Mason, Melissa, Michael. No Maya. Her number, a number I've had programmed in my phone for a decade, was gone. I typed her name into the search bar of my text messages. Nothing. The entire thread of our conversation, years of inside jokes, late night calls, heartfelt advice, arguments and reconciliations wiped clean, as if we never even spoke. I scrambled to my laptop, my heart hammering against my ribs. I checked my photo backups in the cloud, my hands flying across the trackpad as I scrolled back to the date of that trip to the wharf. There were pictures, sure. Me and Ben, grinning like idiots. A great one of me, Ben, and Chloe, all bundled up against the wind. A blurry, poorly framed selfie of just me, but no Maya. Just empty spaces where pictures should have been. Impossible gaps. In the cloud, the file names were sequential. DSC-034, DSC-035, DSC-037, DSC-038. DSC-036 was just missing. It's a violation of physics. It's a violation of memory. It's a violation of everything I thought was solid and real. I had to call Chloe. She was in the original photo. She had to remember. I dialed her number, my breath catching in my throat. She picked up on the third ring. Hey, what's up? I tried to keep my voice steady. Chloe. Hey, I have a really weird question for you. Do you remember Maya Sharma? There was this long, thoughtful pause on the other end of the line. I could hear her humming, thinking. Finally, she said, Who? Sorry, the name's kind of familiar maybe. Did she go to our college? My voice cracked. I was frantic. Yes. Chloe, yes. She was in our year, dark curly hair, history major. She always wore that green jacket. We all went to that concert in Brighton together, the four of us. Remember how it rained and we all had to share that one tiny umbrella? I was throwing details at her, anything to jog her memory, to prove I wasn't making it up. And then she said the words that made my blood run cold. 4 of us. Honey, no. It was just me, you and Ben, that went to Brighton. I've still got the pictures from that night on my wall. It was just the 3 of us. Are you okay? You sound really stressed out. Is everything all right? She doesn't remember her. It's not just that Maya's gone from our phones, from our digital histories. She's gone from our minds. Chloe's memory has been edited, rewritten to exclude her. I hung up, my mind reeling, and immediately called Ben. His response was even more chilling in its casualness. Maya Sharma. Nah, man. Doesn't ring a bell. Should it? He just sounded confused. No memories, no shared history, no recognition whatsoever. It's like a targeted amnesia that I am somehow horrifyingly immune to. Reality is patching the hole where Maya used to be, weaving the fabric of space and time back together so seamlessly that no one else can even see the seams. I am the only one left who remembers the tear. I know this sounds impossible. I know it does. But it's happening, and I'm the only one who sees it. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. I spent the next 48 hours fueled by caffeine and pure, unadulterated fear. I couldn't let it go. The one common denominator in all of this, the nexus point of the entire nightmare, was ecosphere. You probably haven't heard of it. It's not one of the big ones. It was an upstart that got a lot of buzz a few years ago when it bought out this little photo app I used to love, ChronoLens. ChronoLens was all about nostalgia. Its tagline was preserving your timeline. When Ecosphere took over, they promised a seamless migration. We all just moved over without a second thought, preserving the timeline. The irony is so thick it's suffocating. So I started digging, not in the app itself, that was pointless, a curated front designed to look harmless. I went deeper into the file system on my computer, where the desktop app stored its data. I spent hours sifting through folders with cryptic names, clicking through file after file. Most of it was just junk, cache files, encrypted preference lists, logs filled with incomprehensible nonsense. I was about to give up, to concede that I really was just losing my mind. But then I found it, buried deep in a user data folder that was itself hidden within a system library. A single innocuous file, ECHO_HARVEST.DAT. It looked like nothing, just some generic data file. But the last modified timestamp was 3:48 a.m. from that morning. The next day, after a sleepless night, I watched in horror as my follower count dropped from 833 to 832. I immediately went back to the folder. I checked the file again. Last modified, 3:48 a.m. My blood went ice cold. I pulled up old system logs, running frantic searches. Every single day, like clockwork, something accessed that file at exactly 3:47 a.m., made a change, and saved it at 3:48 a.m. And every single one of those days, my follower count dropped by 1. It was a perfect correlation, a death warrant being signed every morning in the dark. With trembling hands, I made a copy of the file and managed to pry it open in a hex editor, the screen filled with columns of hexadecimal code, mostly meaningless gibberish to me. But it wasn't random. I could see patterns, and interspersed within the code were strings of characters that looked chillingly familiar, user IDs from the platform. And then I saw it. I compared the file from today with the copy from yesterday. A long string of characters, an alphanumeric ID, had been moved. Yesterday, it was in a block of data labeled QNext. Today, That same ID was gone from the queue, and a new entry had appeared at the bottom of a very long list under a header that just read, "Status, harvested." This isn't a bug. This isn't a glitch. This is a feature. This is the system working as intended. The app is a mechanism. Every morning at 3:47, it runs a script. It selects a user ID from the queue, and it consumes them. It pulls them out of the system, and that single action ripples outwards, cascading into the real world, wiping them from photos, from contacts, and from memories. From everyone's memory except, apparently, the person who is next in line on the harvest list. Me. My follower count is 1. Just 1. I've been watching it all day. I have no idea who it is, or what it is. Is it a real person? Is it a final single witness? Is it the system itself, waiting patiently to collect me? Maybe it's you, the person watching this. My last follower, my last witness. It's 3:42 a.m. right now. I'm recording this on a separate device, a little digital camera I haven't touched in years, completely offline. I'm saving it directly to a thumb drive. I don't know if it will matter. I don't know if the data on this drive will simply vanish when I do. I don't know if I'll remember recording this in 10 minutes. I don't know if I'll exist in 10 minutes. The fear, it isn't about dying. It's so much worse than that. It's about never having existed at all. To have your whole life, every person you've ever known, every mistake you've ever made, every joy you've ever felt, just reduced to nothing. Not even a ghost of a memory for someone to mourn. Just a void. An error in the code of reality that gets quietly, efficiently patched over. It's like staring into a mirror and realizing your reflection isn't staring back anymore. As if the world itself has decided you were never really here. It's 3:46 a.m. I can feel it starting. There's a weird, cold tingling in my fingers, a numbness that's spreading up my arm. The air in the room feels thick, heavy, like static electricity. I'm looking at my hand, and the edges are starting to fuzz, to blur, like a badly rendered picture that's losing its resolution. The light on my desk is flickering, casting long, distorted shadows on the wall. And there's a sound, that low, corrupted digital hum from the hex editor. But it's not coming from the speakers anymore. It's getting louder. It's not in the room. It's in my head. I just wanted to leave something, a record, a warning. Don't let them tell you it's just a glitch. What do you think? Was our narrator deleted by a glitch in the code? Or harvested by something far darker? Share your theories in the comments below, because we love hearing how you interpret these stories. And don't go anywhere. Next time on Horror Across Borders, we're crossing from the digital world into the haunted mirror. You've heard the urban legend of Bloody Mary, but do you really know the horrifying truth behind why you should never say her name in the mirror? Subscribe now, hit that notification bell, and join us as we explore the next nightmare. Because fear has no borders.